Living in a small town. Again, there is nothing like it. And today we're previewing 5 of my favorite small towns in the state of Maryland. What is going on, everyone? It's Adam Taylor back again with another video all about living here in Maryland. Today, we are sort of flipping the script and getting out of the city and going into Main Street, USA, the best small towns here in Maryland. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you 5 of my favorite small towns. And I'm telling you guys, look, if you want to get off of, the city living and get into Main Street USA where you're out supporting local small businesses, this is the video for you. And if you want to avoid all that hustle and bustle, again, right here is the video for you. So let's jump into number 1. All right, what better way to start off this video than town number 1, which has been voted America's coolest small town, and that is Berlin, Maryland. Now, Berlin, hey, lots of things have happened in Berlin, including filming of 2 major motion pictures, The Princess Bride, starring Richard Gere and Julia Roberts, as well as Tuck Everlasting. Now, what's great about Berlin, in my opinion, are the community events. And you're gonna see that as a consistent theme through this list here, because community involvement, quite honestly, it really speaks to me, and it's what I love. I love getting to know different families, and if you're walking down Main Street in the town, you are probably gonna run into somebody you know, or you're supporting a local small business, maybe a hardware store or local drugstore or something like that, each and every day, rather than these big, mega companies that we all just tend to flock to without even knowing it. So, Berlin. The community events. Let's get back to that. Recently, here we are in the holiday season in the month of December when I'm doing this video here, and they have so much going on. They had Ice Berlin, which is where the community comes together. There's a bunch of ice sculptures on display in Berlin, and they do a lighting of their Christmas tree right in the center of the town of Berlin. Just last weekend, they just had their Christmas parade, and you know what? It was a great way for the community to come together. Big reason, and a part of that, was Stephen Decatur High School, which is the local high school in the area, just won the state football championship. So that's a really, really big deal, and you can see all these pictures. Just go to the Town of Berlin's Facebook page online, and you can see all the pictures from the parade. But what does living in Berlin look like? Here's what you've got. Number 1, you are in very close proximity to Ocean City, Maryland, because Berlin is located on Maryland's eastern shore. Okay, so you're probably a 10 to 15 minute drive, depending upon where you are in Berlin, to get to, having your toes in the sand in Ocean City. So that's a really big pro here. Average price point for a home sale in Berlin over the last year has been $479,000. Now, what you might be able to purchase with that, you can purchase a new construction townhome. Okay, now it's not right in the center of the town. It's just on the outskirts, but new construction is the way you want to go. You can do that. You can purchase a small little bungalow right in the town of Berlin. Or if you wanted to, you can venture on over to Ocean Pines, which is a really large subdivision in Berlin, but technically locals kind of consider Ocean Pines its sort of own separate entity and sort of disassociate it from Berlin, but potato, whatever it may be. But you could get a small Cape Cod home in Ocean Pines for roughly $479,000. So my friends, look, if you're looking for a small town, great place on the eastern shore of Maryland, you must check out Berlin, Maryland. Now, before we jump into our second small town that we're gonna look at here today, I wanna introduce myself. If this is your first time to the channel, I wanna welcome you. My name is Adam Taylor. I run the Living in Baltimore, Maryland channel. And on this channel, we talk about all things Maryland. We talk about living here, working here, chilling here, and most importantly, getting out and having some fun in the state of Maryland. So if you're interested in learning more, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to give the little bell a click. That way you're alerted every time we put out another video just like this one. Now, as I always say, each and every day, my team and I, we are receiving phone calls, text messages, and emails from folks all over the world looking to make a move right here to Maryland, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move, we'd love to help you in that transition, but we just need one thing from you, and that's for you to reach out and connect with us. So please give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or better yet, schedule your one-on-one Zoom appointment using the link down in the description below. That way we can hop online, get to know each other, and learn about what your needs are when moving here to the state of Maryland. So let's jump back in and knock out these last 4 communities. I'm telling you guys, you're gonna love them. Small town number 2 you gotta check out is Northeast Maryland. Now, Northeast is located in Cecil County, Maryland, which is about a 45-minute drive up Interstate 95 northeast of Baltimore. And what's great about it, again, we have that small town charm, that small town feel that you're gonna pretty much see all the way through this. There's quite a few community events that you're gonna be able to enjoy, but one reason that I love Northeast so much is because it is a water-oriented community. So if you are a boater, a sailor, a fisherman, perk your ears up because this is the first of a few more waterfront communities that I'm going to give you here today. So if you want to be on the water, you got to watch to the end because most of the communities I'm going to give you are water-oriented here today. But let's get back to Northeast. What do I love about it? Okay, I told you about the small town feel. You get to support the local businesses. Like you can grab a great steak at Steak and Maine in Northeast. You can go on over to Woody's and get the Net Buster, which is my favorite seafood dish that they have there, and you're gonna absolutely love it. There's coffee shops, small businesses of the like that you can support in Northeast. And we find a lot of folks actually from like New Jersey, New York, they have summer homes in Northeast because they want to be within a few hours drive of home where they typically live up north and have just a small little weekend house that they can escape to. And Northeast is the perfect spot for that. Recently, my girlfriend and I, we went out on Black Friday and we went to the Turkey Point Lighthouse in Northeast. And I'm telling you guys, look, I've lived in Maryland pretty much all of my life and I had never gone to this spot. And it is beautiful. The view that you can get from that where that lighthouse is stunning. And I never knew it, but there's these big gigantic cliffs where pretty much it goes straight down right to the rivers where they intersect. And the views, again, are spectacular. So living in Northeast, what's it look like here? Now, average sales price right now is about $379,000. And for that $379,000, you got a few options that you can look at. Again, this is on the average side of things. You can purchase a beautiful waterfront condo in Northeast Isles, which is one of my favorite communities to go to in Northeast. It's right at the top of the Northeast River. You have your own little marina that you can utilize, put your boat in there and or kayak, have access to it pretty much any time that you want, okay? But it does require you to live in a condo. But if you're looking for a little more space, you can look at a raised ranch that is for sale right around $379,000 as well. So again, the choice is yours. Beautiful homes, lots of character to this amazing small town called Northeast Maryland. All right, moving right along here to number 3, and that is Havre de Grace, Maryland. Havre de Grace. It's one spot that I keep coming back to over and over because it's just such a great place to visit and more importantly, live. Now, Havre de Grace is located approximately 30 to 35 minutes north on Interstate 95 in Harford County. Now, what I love about Havre de Grace, number 1 is the water. If you want to be a part of a waterfront community, this is a good spot to check out, okay? You're right along the Susquehanna River and right at the top of Maryland's Chesapeake Bay. So you're gonna see tons of people out in sailboats, powerboats. They're going over to Battery Island and hang out and have a blast during the summer months. Now, right now, here in the winter, there's a lot of small town events going on in Havre de Grace right around the Christmas season. And one that I really like, and it's a particular favorite of mine, is New Year's Eve in Havre de Grace where they do the duck drop. Havre de Grace is known for the Decoy Museum that they have locally. And instead of the ball dropping in Times Square in New York City, they actually have a duck that is lit up and drops right at the stroke of midnight. So a lot of fun for you to check out. But some other events that I really like in the summer months are First Fridays. And what they do on First Fridays, just like they do in a lot of communities, I'm starting to see this event pop up pretty much in a lot of the small towns that we service, is they close down pretty much their areas right in the center of town, like their Main Street area, and all the vendors and all the local businesses can come out pretty much curbside and people just flood the streets and are able to support these local small businesses, whether it's buying something from a food truck, you know, a local candy maker, having some ice cream there, grabbing a great bite to eat at one of your local eateries or a nice drink at one of the local breweries. You're going to be able to do it on First Fridays. It's a ton of fun. And more importantly, the event is free and kid friendly. Now, let's not forget about 4th of July in Havre de Grace. And I think that is probably one of their best events that they do each and every year. Their parade is phenomenal. And their fireworks show in the evening right over the water is great as well. So my friends, if you're looking for a great place to call home, you got to check out Havre de Grace. Now let's look at what you can purchase in Havre de Grace. Now the average sales price is roughly $397,500 in Havre de Grace. And what you're going to be able to get for that, you can sort of jump off the beaten path of living in downtown Havre de Grace and move into the community of Bully Rock. If you love to golf and want a fantastic community where you're going to be able to do that all the time, have a lot of social activities. Bully Rock is a great spot, and it's essentially a maintenance-free community if you purchase one of their cluster homes or condos. Now, it comes with a little bit of a steeper HOA fee to pay for all of these amenities that you do get in Bully Rock, but you can do that. You can look at purchasing a historic home in downtown Havre de Grace, and I'm telling you guys, you look at these Victorians that they have, oh my gosh, they are beautiful homes. So make sure, again, you add Havre de Grace to your home search list, my friends. All right, real quick, if you are finding value in this video, if you wouldn't mind doing me a quick and easy favor, hit that like button down below. It's the one that looks like a thumbs up just like this. Now, if you have any comments, questions about any of the small towns that we're talking about here today or any other matter, we'd love for you to comment down below. Add your own small town to the list here, because I'm telling you, folks each and every day are reaching out to us and we love it, but there are so many other great small towns that we're not going to be able to get to here today. So drop those other small towns and any questions that you have down in the comments below. So let's get back in and knock these last two communities out for you here. Small town number 4, it's Ellicott City, Maryland, located in Howard County. Now, Ellicott City is about a 25-minute drive west of Baltimore. And what's great, again, so many community events. I mean, they just had their Midnight Madness event to start off the Christmas season here. And there's a tree lighting and so many other activities that you're going to be able to do during this event. But you also have all of these local businesses that, quite honestly, work hard to stay on Main Street in Ellicott City. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, I've told you about one challenge that, unfortunately does keep occurring in Ellicott City. It is the flooding, and the town floods out just because the infrastructure is so old quite often. And you can go on YouTube and look at some of these videos. I mean, they had running water rushing through and pretty much destroying a lot of the businesses that were there. But what gives Ellicott City the resiliency is the community, my friends. Everybody is dead set on keeping this place intact in such a strong community. And more importantly, these businesses going, okay? It is a beautiful spot, highly rated schools, and I'm telling you guys, this is a spot, it's great to live in. But if you have an opportunity, please go visit Ellicott City. You're sure to love it. Now, when looking for a home, the average price point in Ellicott City is a little more than the other towns that I've told you about. It's $675,000. And there's good reason for that. Lots of people want to live there. It's named one of Baltimore's best suburbs to live in, not only as, a small town, but it is one of the best suburbs to live in the Baltimore metro area. Now, what you'd be able to get, like this colonial here that I have up on the other screen, this is 4668 Clydesdale Court in Ellicott City. It's a beautiful colonial. This is something that you potentially could look at purchasing. Now, if you wanted one of the historical buildings right in downtown, that's really not going to be what you're going to be able to purchase for that $675,000. And in addition to that, there's quite limited inventory of homes that you potentially could purchase in downtown Ellicott City. So my friends, look, I urge you to go and check out Ellicott City. You're sure to love it. All right, small town number 5. It is none other than St. Michael's, Maryland. Now, St. Michael's is located in Talbot County, just a short 90-minute drive southeast on Maryland's eastern shore from Baltimore. Now, this is a beautiful spot, and quite honestly, it's a spot I love going to. And when you go to St. Michael's, you are in for a treat, especially right now. Here with the holidays going on, you have Breakfast with Santa that was just the other day. You had a Christmas parade that was fantastic, and so much more. The tour of homes, oh my gosh, you have to go because you get to see these beautiful homes in St. Michael's that you typically wouldn't be able to see any other time of the year. Okay, now living in St. Michael's is a little bit different because guess what? You're gonna have to pay quite a bit of money to live. Now, it is a waterfront community. A good chunk of the homes are waterfront. Average sales price in St. Michael's is a whopping $1.1 million. Again, my friends, that is the average price, okay? And you can get, homes a little bit cheaper, but many more, quite a bit more expensive. But you could, for roughly 1.1 million, there's a historical colonial that just sold on Chestnut Street that you should check out. That's a good representation of what you might be able to see, and we'll put some pictures up here on the screen. There is another carriage house that I really liked. I love the charm of this little carriage house on Chew Avenue. Again, this home recently sold for $1.1 million. So again, if you are looking for a beautiful small town, sort of a getaway destination to go to, or more importantly, a getaway destination to live in, St. Michael's, Maryland is a beautiful spot in Maryland that you got to check out. So my friends, look, I just gave you 5 of my favorite small towns. And guess what? I left out a bunch of other small towns here in the state of Maryland. And we're happy to show those small towns to you and have a further conversation if you are looking to make a move here to Maryland. And again, my team and I stand ready and willing to help you out in your transition, but we just need one thing from you, and that's for you to reach out and connect with us. So please, give us a call, shoot us a text message, send us an email, or better yet, schedule that one-on-one Zoom appointment using the link down in the description below. Because again, we have your back when moving to Maryland. From Baltimore, down the bay, all the way to the beaches in Ocean City, my team and I have you covered. Now, before you go, I want you to check out this next video. This is gonna help tell you a little bit more about what's going on here in the state of Maryland. Until then, my friends, have a great day, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.